Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's Reddit stories are from Tales from Retail. Story 1 is by Phoenix Arise. It was on the 70% shelf, so it needs to be 70% off. I used to work in retail for a long time. I'm out of it now, thank goodness, and there have been a few crazy stories that I still remember. One was while I was working in a place that used to have a white dog as a mascot. I was not directly involved, but I was there for the show. A lady went through the regular line when the product was scanned and it was full price. She started yelling at the cashier saying that it was 70% off and demanded she override the price. The cashier told her she didn't have the authority to do that and referred her to customer service. Once at customer service, she told her that it was on the 70% shelf and demanded for the product to be 70% off. She asked where she got it from, and I was told to check it out. The shelf was up to 70% off, and I saw that there were no other items like that because it was a totally different department. And I checked the department it was from, and it was on a regular price shelf with an empty space. I went back and told the customer service representative what happened, and the representative told the customer that she was sorry, but some other customer probably put it on that shelf and it was still full price. The customer then went full Karen, yelling at us saying that it was our fault that we didn't catch it sooner, and since she got it from that shelf, she deserves to have it 70% off. By this time, management and security came. The representative told her that there was nothing she could do and told her that she didn't have to buy it if she didn't want to. Instead of being rational, she threw the small appliance at the representative and missed her head by inches and shattered it when it hit the wall behind her. The customer then ran out of the door, flipping us off as she ran out the door. Instead of management and security going after her, they ran to the representative to see if she was all right. Never heard if anything happened to her. Mental illness. Undiagnosed mental illness. Right there. Right there. It's in your face. Some people are just jerks, and some people actually do have an undiagnosed mental illness. We don't know for sure which one it is if we're not there. Our next story is by SwankestCoot5. Ma'am, it's just a sandwich. I work at a grocery store in the deli department, so I make subs for folks and whatnot. Had an older lady come looking like she was just waiting for someone to set her off, and she chose me. Me, hello, what would you like? Old lady, I want a tuna on a spinach wrap. Policy is that wraps are the same as half subs, so half the cheese and half the tuna. I get the wrap set up with the appropriate amount of tuna and cheese. Boss music starts playing. Old lady, what do you think you're doing? You need to put the whole tuna and the full amount of cheese on there. Me, oh, no, sorry, Old lady, I get it this way every time. I have been coming here forever. Me, it's no problem. I can add the full tuna with more cheese. I will have to charge you the extra fee, however. Old lady, wow, perfect. I get someone like you who doesn't know what they're doing. I just got done with a 4-hour drive down here and I'm starving. Ugh. Me, ma'am, I've been working here for 5 years. I've made hundreds of these. I've got to give you half. Nothing against you, it's just the rules. Old lady, this is a service, right? You deliver me a service and I'm the consumer. So just serve me what I want. Me, ma'am, I make subs for a living. It isn't that big of a deal. This pretty much snapped her back into reality. Old lady, whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. Just charge me for the extra tuna and I'll take this to customer service because I'm not paying this extra charge. Some time passes and the old lady returns looking steamed with the wrap in hand. I guess customer service wasn't working out. She slams the wrap on my counter and storms off, leaving me with an F you as she disappeared. Old lady, if you're out there, you missed out. I make a tasty wrap. For the record, the extra charge was a whole $1.50. $1.50? That's like breaking the bank to some people. That can be the difference between life and death. Maybe some other people that worked there made it with the same amount of tuna as a regular sub. This person's just doing their job the way it's supposed to be done. Angry Karen loses out on a tasty wrap. Our next story is by Electric Elk 224. Customer started crying in the dressing room and wouldn't leave the store. This is my first week working in retail, as I'm normally a teaching assistant, but needed extra income for the summer. I feel your pain, by the way. I feel your pain. I used to be a teaching assistant. It was Saturday, so we were pretty busy. A woman came in with 5 or 6 dresses to try on that, in all honesty, I could tell were not going to fit. After about 15 minutes, I went back to check on her because a line had formed for the 4 dressing rooms we had, and she wasn't out yet. I asked her if everything was all right. She kind of shakily said yes, so I went away. Another 10 minutes, I checked again. Still doing okay? A bit more firm now, she responds, "Yes, I'm fine." I stood nearby to keep an eye on things and kept hearing sniffles. Another 5 minutes went by. I knocked on the door this time. "Ma'am, are you almost done? There are other customers waiting for the dressing rooms." She stuck her head out of the door, and I could see then for sure she had been crying. She handed me all the dresses back. "Put these back," and then she closed the door. I kind of stood there confused for a minute and responded through the door again. "Are you all right?" Silence. "I'll put these back and give you a minute, but I'm sorry, we really do need the dressing room." Another 15 minutes went by. By now she's been in there a total of 45 minutes crying. The manager wasn't there that day and all my coworkers were less than helpful. So this was all on me and I had no idea what to do. I knocked on the door one more time, a bit forcefully. "Ma'am, you've been in there for a very long time, and while I can see you're having a bad day, we can't let you just stay in there. You don't have any clothes in there even. I can give you another 5 minutes, but if you won't leave by then, I need to call security." The door flew open, and this woman, red-faced and teary-eyed, whispered at me about how if the store wasn't going to carry any normal sizes, then the least they can do is give her space when it made her feel bad. She went on a mini rant about unfair sizing and catering to normal-sized people in the beauty industry. I do sympathize, and honestly, our sizes do run a bit small, but they still fit the normal straight size range of 0 to 14. I felt bad because I know how frustrating that can be, but also I didn't need that anger directed at me. I just looked at her and told her again, "You need to leave, now." Thankfully she did, but she flipped me off at the door. Weird situation that has really put me off for the rest of the week. I'm sure it's pretty tame compared to a lot of stuff in here, but this is in fact my first rodeo and I did not enjoy it. And here at Sib Spot, this is not my first rodeo. Thanks for listening in. Until we meet again, have an electrifying day.